Lady Boulay, and I hope your day is going well. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your thumbs up, for your comments, and thank you for sharing the videos. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. And yes, we are commanded to love one another, whether we want to or not, or whether we agree with each other or not. Tracy Elf, in fact, asked me to speak on this situation with Sade Robinson. This is one of those hard ones for me. It is just painful for me to speak on these tragedies. And I guess you've heard by now, everybody has heard about the 19-year-old in Milwaukee who went out on a date and lost her life. Not only lost her life, but her body ended up dismembered. And I'm not sure whether or not they have recovered all of her body parts, which is just unbelievable. I want to extend my deepest condolences to the family of this young woman. It is just unimaginable that somebody would do something like this. Your child goes out on a date, happy, lovely, sweet child, and then you get this word. Enough of this is happening now that I think we have to look at some facts, and we have to face facts. The man that is responsible for this, and I'm not going to show his picture, looking in his eyes, there's something wrong with his eyes. He looks crazy. He looks like somebody that's out there, not really dealing in reality. But a 19-year-old who's eager to go out on a date may not be able to discern that. And this is a teachable moment. It's a teachable moment because it's too late. It's too late to go back and advise her. But going forward, this has to be a lesson for our young people. It's at the point now where you have to go over the worst case scenario with your children and say, yes, it could happen to you. Now, this is what we're going to do to reduce the chances of that happening to you. And if you get yourself into a situation where you don't feel comfortable, trust your instincts and plan your way out of there. Many parents track their children's movements on their phone. So even when they live in another town, they know where their children are and what the surroundings are. And that's a very good idea for young people in a city. You really need to be out there in the public space where people can see you. Now, I could say that maybe one of the mistakes she made was going out on a first date with somebody and trusting that person to go somewhere, being alone with that person. We could say that. It's too late for her. But these are things that you have to say to your young people. When you go out with somebody that you don't know, you need to meet in a public space, and you need to have your own transportation home, and somebody needs to know where you are and when you leave. Now, those are just some basic precautions. You can't eliminate all of the risks in life, but you can cut down on them. And then you would be considered old-fashioned and rebelled against as a parent if you would tell your daughter, you don't need to be alone with the man until your family, has gotten to know him and been around him for a while. We have done, sometimes you almost need to do a background check on these people because somebody knows if this person is crazy. And if you take the time to get to know the person and get the word out, somebody will tell it. I know it's not possible to vet everybody. It's not. But it is possible for you to take the time to get to know somebody. And I wouldn't be against somebody going out and chaperoning these young teenagers. You just don't go out there trusting people, especially people that you don't know. You don't know somebody just because you know what's on their social media page. But anyway, I have looked up some of the precautions that you can take just for us to study and go over and memorize and practice for our own safety. Safety tips for young single women when going on dates. Number 1, share your whereabouts. Always inform a trusted friend or family member about your date plans. Let them know where you're going, what time, and check in with them at least once or twice during the date. If your date involves a car, share details like the make, model, color, and license plate. Number 2, ask for their full name. If you've met someone on a dating app, always ask for their last name. Having their full name can be crucial in case of emergencies. Avoid meeting at your home or theirs before a public meeting. So you need to meet them in public for the first time. And you don't need to go home with them after a first meeting. You don't know enough about a person after meeting them for the first time to go home with them. Number 3, code word system. Decide on a secret code word with a friend. If you send that word during the date, they'll call you with an emergency to help you exit the situation. Consider having another code word for them to pick you up or meet you at the location. That's very important. Number 4, drive yourself. Whenever possible, drive yourself to the date. This way you have the flexibility to leave quickly if the date isn't going well or if you feel uncomfortable. If you don't drive, arrange for a friend to be on standby for a quick pickup. Number 5, choose public places. Always meet for the first time in a public place, such as a bar or coffee shop. Familiarize yourself with the exits in case you need to leave swiftly. You meet at the coffee shop or the bar, you have coffee or a drink, and you do a little small talk and you go home. And you do not take that person with you, and you do not go home with that person. Number 6, carry a safety device. Consider carrying a small keychain alarm with an ear-piercing siren and flashing light. These devices can provide an extra layer of security in case of emergencies. You can find such alarms online or at local stores. Remember, trust your instincts. If something doesn't feel right, prioritize your safety and leave the date. It's essential to enjoy dating while also being cautious and prepared. Stay safe out there. Dating is supposed to be fun, not a call to arms. But you do have to be careful in these times. The person that she went home with was the same person that she met at the bar or wherever she met him for drinks. The difference is, at the bar, she was safe in a room full of people, but at home with him, she was alone with the devil. So you have to be thinking at all times, and you also need to be prepared. And these are 6 tips that you can consider if you are a young woman in the dating world, because you want to meet people and date and hopefully fall in love, but you also want to be safe. Okay, y'all, let me know what you think about this video. Thank you for listening. Subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, share the video, and as always, have a great day.